Hello there, Mr. Ripno. My name is Andika Putra Abiansyah, and I will be doing the Project 2 language assessment. Uh, there will be two parts of this video. The first part is I will explain about some topics. Before we go to the part 1, I will speak about testing speaking. Testing speaking is the process of evaluating a person's oral communication skills, which can include pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, and fluency. It involves methods like interviews, reading aloud, describing pictures, and group discussion to assess how well someone can communicate verbally. The goal is to measure oral proficiency through various tasks designed to elicit and evaluate speech. This is the main thing about language assessment. Then I will go to the part one. I choose the oral presentation for the part one topic. Oral presentation is an oral presentation test is an evaluation where a student demonstrate knowledge and communication skills through spoken language, which can include preparing and delivering a speech on a topic, engaging in a Q&A or question and answer, or participating in a simulation. It assesses a student's ability to articulate ideas, think critically in real time, and present information clearly and effectively, unlike a traditional written exam. Then I will go the oral presentation structure. Clear structure. The presentation should be constructed with a logical flow proper similar to an essay. The first is an introduction, the second is a content, and the last is conclusion. The first is introduction, is explain the objective of the work, the research question thesis, and provides an explicit outline of what will be covered to place expectation. The second is content, contains the main arguments or points supported by evidence, data, and example. This part should improve the topic in a proper manner, for example, chronologically, problem with solution, and cause and effect. And the last is conclusion, summarize the main point, theme of the presentation, and closes it with an understandable closing statement. Next, we'll be talking about evaluation. Evaluation criteria and tester score. This is for the oral presentation. The first is content, accuracy, relevance, depth of understanding. The second language is language, appropriate vocabulary, correct grammar, pronunciation, and fluency. The third is delivery, clarity, confidence, engagement, time, and management. And the last is Q&A, if possible or needed. Not every oral presentation require Q&A. Q&A is the quality of answer and engagement during the presentation. This four is is the thing to score a student for the tester with the topic of oral presentation. Then the next is advantages of oral presentation. These four are the advantages of oral presentation. The first is deeper understanding. It allows tester to go beyond surface level knowledge by asking follow-up questions to probe deeper into a student's understanding and identify misconception. The second is flexibility. The difficulty of question can be adapted on the spot to assess a student's knowledge boundary more precisely. The third is authenticity, a more authentic assessment in fields that require verbal communication and problem solving, preparing individuals for real world professional scenarios. And the last is improving communication and enhancing learning. And the last is about disadvantages of oral presentation. The first is individual anxiety. It is more stressful for the tester taker to deal with the spontaneous interaction than a written or listening test. The anxiety can disturb their performance, especially what I'm feeling right now. The second is potential of bias. The tester might be influenced by a test taker's accent, gender, ethnicity, or general demeanor rather than solely the structure of their essay. And the third is lack of fairness. It is difficult to ensure that every test taker is asked the exact same questions or encounters the same level of difficulty. The fourth is time consuming. It requires significant time and manpower, uh, as each student must be tested individually or in small groups. And the fifth or the last one is potential of dishonest work. Now for the second part, I choose the free interview. I will be interviewing myself, and I also will be the test scorer for my own interview. I choose free interview because I think it is the proper, or not proper. I think this is the accurate one for me, as I'm still lacking my speaking skill, and I think this is will be a great time for me to learn about myself when I'm interviewing in the future, when I'm trying to get a work maybe. So yeah, I will start right now. Hello, my name is Andika Putra Biansyah. I will be preferred to be called Esran, as I hate my name Andika. I live in Jakarta, Central Jakarta, apartemen Menteng Square. Uh, I I lived my whole life in here, Jakarta, since I was born. I am 27 years old, and I'm currently working as a packet management in apartemen Menteng Square. So I work there, and I also live there. And I'm currently a student studying in a university. I'm attending at Binasaran Informatika, or they call it BSI, in Kramat Jati. I choose there because it is the closest to my home, and they say that the university is cheap, and they were right. It is cheap. I can afford it, so I choose there. Oh, also the BSc has the major that I'm looking for, English literature. As I said before, I choose English literature because I have some experience with the language English, and I'm pretty confident with myself about English, and I don't want to pick any major that I don't have any skill or I'm not confident with. So yeah, stick there. Uh, it's going pretty well. My score is kind of good, and I have a perfect attendance, I think. And I have gained some interesting friend while losing some of them. And I have some difficulty in there, of course. Like right now, my speaking is not so good because in BSE, I I I can't find any friend or mate to talk to with this language. So I'm still struggling to speak, but I can pretty much understand anything regarding English language, if about reading or listening. I have full confidence in that. I do have a good skill in writing because I like to write. So yeah, the main problem is only the speaking. As I said before, I'm struggling with speaking. It's pretty hard to form a words before you speak during speaking. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck at this thing, but I always try to improve, and I am confident that I can master it. Maybe before I graduate. And for the other aspect like listening, writing, and reading, listening is I'm pretty good at it because I listen to English language almost every day. For the reading, it's the same. I In this kind of era of internet, there's no way that you don't see any English language in your phone. So reading is pretty easy. For writing, I have some confidence in there, as I like to write anything. I like to write story, or I like to imagine things. So yeah, I think I'm only struggling at speaking, as you can see right now. Regret? Kinda, because I don't have many friends there. I only have nine. I mean, in my class, there are only nine students, five females or six. Oh no, five females and four males, and some of them I don't really close to them. But I'm kind of glad that there's no enemy in the class. But still, I kind of regret it that I don't have many friends there, and I don't have a place or community to improve my own skill. So yeah, those two are my regret. That's a difficult question. I kinda have some motivation to continue studying English and pursue a magister, but it is still not. I mean, it is still not set on the stone. I'm still thinking about it. But mm, choose if you're talking about choosing another study or skill, nah, I think I will stick with English and I won't take another major to graduate. And I think by having one a diploma as a English literature is enough for me. What work am I looking for? I kind of want to be a teacher, but to be a teacher in this era, I mean, to be a teacher in this era is pretty bad, as their wages is pretty low, especially in this country, and they are the job teacher is not really really been looking for many people. But I think I'm still want to try to be a teacher, or I can be a lecturer if I have if I have a magister by continuing my study. I don't know. We'll see about it. But uh, for for the time being, I think I still want to be a teacher, and I kind of want to stop being a pocket management in this bad place because the wages is low and it's kind of tiring to face many people in the regular days. So yeah, thank you for the question. I'm sorry that I am still struggling with speaking and to form my thoughts, but I'm still trying, at least that I have some skill in it, and I'm pretty confident when I'm speaking with people because I have an excellent listening. So yeah, thank you again. Well, if you can see, by the previous interview, I did pretty bad, as a tester, I think the interview went kind of bad because the students is having a difficulty in forming a sentence. So yeah, his proficiency is not so well, but he can improve in time, and I think by keep practicing for myself, I can I can be perfect at it and mastering it, and then maybe after that I can form my thought without thinking, and I can speak fluently with no pause like this because it is pretty frustrating when I'm talking and I can form a sentence in my head that I am want to say, and I keep juggling words, and then the conversation becomes stale and pretty long winded. So yeah, I think by keep practicing and uh, find a better place to form my to form my skill, maybe that will work. Thank you then.